Peace and blessings, journeyers. Peace and blessings, journeyers. Peace and blessings. Hey, hey, hey. Peace and blessings. It's me. It's none other than Dearice Spencer Shackelford with Dearice Speaks Life. And I just wanted to get on here and share a little love with you. You know, on this channel, what I do is speak life into your journey, and life is living in full engagement. Now, of course, in order to live in full engagement, you have to know or be aware of what your activities are, who you're spending your time with, and why, and all of those wonderful questions. But my questions for you today is, who are you serving? Who are you serving? What type of way are you giving back? Who are you serving? Are you slaying? You know that saying, I come to slay, that we hear so much. Oh, you serving up so much face, girl. You're so fierce. You got all this, girl. You a snack. Who are you serving? Are you putting on this facade that you got it all together? Are you sitting there trying to make everyone feel like, remember, feel like or think that you have it all together because you want that persona to be that? Yes, I just jumped right on in that. I didn't give you any type of introduction, really. I just wanted to get in that because here's the thing. I've been noticing that there's this shift going on planet Earth. It's a complete shift. It's spiritual, it's physical, it's financial, it's mental. There's a complete awakening going on this planet. And it's been happening for about 1.5 years now, and it's about to be 2 years. People are starting to wake up. And in my field, I'm noticing a lot of I would like to say coworkers, people that are healers that are starting to come forth and stop putting on this whole, how should I put it, this whole facade that they're completely put together. I'm not completely put together. I'm still learning. It's a learning process for me, and I'm enjoying the process of learning more and more. As I apply what I learn that I'm helping other people learn. I'm helping other people think about things. I'm helping other people realize that they can push themselves beyond the capacity of what they're living their life of right now. But see, I'm not trying to get on here primped and prom. There's nothing on me. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfectly coiffed, as some would say. It's nothing perfect about this broadcast. But who am I serving? My desire and my passion is to serve my fellow human beings, my fellow man. Because guess what? I consider myself a healer. And when I say a healer, I mean I come to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. I'm not on here to serve face, although I will from time to time. I'm not on here to serve a fashion quota, so to speak. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to heal people. Do you not know there are so many people who have been beauty queens, who have been trained basically to fit in a mode, a position, a level of this is who I have to be, and I can't stray from it. This is what I have to do, and I can't deviate from that. This is who I have to be because this is who I was raised to be. And if I stray from this line, from this lane, I'm going to disappoint people. Who are you serving? See, there is an automatic design to your human experience. Now, if you're one of those people who have to put up a facade of who you are, who has to pretend as you have no flaws, you're married to the CEO of a company, so therefore you have to look a certain way. You're married to a billionaire, so you have to act a certain way. You can't be vulnerable with anyone. You can't let anyone in because you don't know who you can trust. You're crying every single night because you hate your life. You can't stand looking in the mirror at yourself because everything about you is fake. Who are you serving? You're wearing long hair when you actually want short hair. Who are you serving? You wear wigs, you wear all type of things. And I'm not saying that there's anything against wearing wigs. If that's your preference, that's your preference. What I'm saying is, who are you serving? Are you doing this to make yourself happy? Or are you doing it because someone else likes you in that mode, in that they have this picture of what they want you to be? The trophy wife, the trophy husband. Oh, and there are trophy husbands. I just want you to know. It's people like that. And I'm going to bring the camera closer because I want to relax a little bit into this. There are people who live their lives for everyone else and they never fully enjoy who they are. Never fully enjoy who they are. They're always serving everybody else, and it's not in a positive light. I have experienced that myself personally. Like I said, on here, on this broadcast, on this channel, I'm going to use me as an example. I can't use anyone else. And how far be it that I use someone else. I was raised in church my whole life, my whole childhood, raised in church. And I was raised Kojic. Have nothing against them, nothing bad to say. But I was raised, you look a certain way, you act a certain way, you dress a certain way, you speak a certain way, you carry yourself a certain way. You speak to a certain group of people. You associate with a certain group of people. No, you can't do that. You can't go there. No, you can't have that. No, that's not becoming of who we are. You can't cut your hair. You have to have your hair very long. You can't color it. No, you can't wear makeup. You can't do this. You can't do that. And the whole thing was, who was I serving? Was this a requirement by my creator? And if so, then why did he allow for other people to create certain things like that? See, this is what I was thinking. I was so miserable because I couldn't be me. Had to have my hair long. I love short hair. I love short hair. I love it. Because I had to have my hair all the way down here. You have to realize that in order for you to be happy, you have to begin to realize, what is it that you want? You can't serve properly if you're not being your true self. So who are you serving and why? Why? Are you happy with what you're doing every day? Are you happy with the individual, the image that you see in the mirror every day? Are you happy with the way your skin looks? If not, then change it. Are you happy with the way your hair looks? If not, then change it. And I'm not just speaking to the sisters, I'm speaking to you brothers too. Guess what? You have things that you want to change about yourself too. And there might be the female whispering in your ear, don't do that. I like that. You better do what makes you happy. You have to. Because if not, you're going to die with this regret, this song of regret that I talk to so many people about, the shoulda, coulda, woulda song. I call it the doo-wop song, because you're literally singing it in your head as you're lying there, wherever you may be, and it all flashes before you, and you're up there, doo-wop, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Come on now. Who are you serving, and why? Why are you all primped and prommed and dressed up and ready to go, and yet on the inside, you're dying? You're unhappy. This is not living in full engagement. This is not even surviving. This is not surviving. This is not living in full engagement. You know what this is? This is just thriving. Just enough to keep your heart rate going. Just enough so you can enjoy a meal. And sometimes you don't even enjoy eating because you can't stand yourself enough to want to feed yourself. Let's just be real. There's so many people dealing with depression and self-imaging deprivation. Like they hate themselves because they're not being their true self. This broadcast is about you learning to be who it is you're supposed to be, who you are, what you like. I'm remembering a movie that I watched, and I used this one time before in a broadcast on my Facebook channel. And in the movie, the characters was a reporter and a runaway bride. And the reporter says to her, he says, I bet you don't even know what type of eggs you like. And she was like, I know what type of eggs I like. He was like, yeah, prove it. What type of eggs do you like? She sat there for 5 to 10 minutes trying to figure out what kind of eggs she liked. How can you not know what you like? I don't understand that. I don't. I've always known what I like. I always known what it is I wanted and how I wanted to do it. It was just, I had to be obedient to my parents. Now, if you live at home, you got to be obedient. Now, I do not recommend you going against your parents at all, because if they're providing shelter, the 5 basic needs, well, let's just say the 4, because sometimes, okay, I'm going to leave that alone. But if they're supplying shelter, food, clothing, and they're meeting your needs, and you are not stable enough to do it on your own, then you have to be obedient to your family, to your parents. Do not go against the grain that much. Don't do that. I do not promote you being disrespectful to your parents. And if you are a grown adult, and I mean late 20s, early 30s, living at home, we need to have a different discussion. You need to schedule a session with me. You need to click down below to the link and schedule a session with me, because you are stuck and you need to get unstuck and you need to move out. You need to derive a plan so you can move out of your parents' home immediately. Now, back to what I was saying. That one was for free. Back to what I was saying. So she didn't know what kind of eggs she liked. They were sitting at a bar. He gets up. This is what the reporter does. He gets up and he pays for their drinks. He said, don't worry, their drinks on me. He said, I'll be waiting for your answer. And he left her there on a cliffhanger, and she was so infuriated. She was like, damn it, I know what kind of eggs I like. She didn't. She had no clue. She was always being a chameleon and fitting in and blending in with all of the guys that wanted to date her. And then they eventually said she was the perfect mate because she blended with them. Whatever they wanted to do, she did. Whatever they liked, she liked. Whatever food that they ate, she ate it. So now this reporter challenged her to figure out what type of eggs she liked. So guess what she did? You guessed it, because she couldn't answer him and he challenged her, which most women like to be challenged just a smidge. He challenged her. That very night, she went to the store and she brought globs of eggs. And she cooked them every kind of way. And she called him early in the morning to come over to where she lived. Because the story was about her. She was the infamous runaway bride. And he was doing a story on her. And needless to say, and I'm about to let you go, needless to say, she sat there and she cooked eggs every kind of way you could possibly cook them. And she showed him, I know what kind of eggs I like. He said, you brought me over here to prove what type of eggs? He's like, have you been up all night? See, when someone challenges you to really figure out who you are, it will make you stay up all night because you're already doing it. But why not stay up all night to figure out who you are than to stay up all night crying because you can't be who you are on the inside? You can't let that light shine so much because somebody else will and have told you to turn your light down because it doesn't fit with theirs. Tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're watching this broadcast, I want to challenge you. Figure out, I bet you thought I was going to say, what type of eggs you like. No. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you like. And begin to answer the question of, who are you serving? You need to serve yourself first. Because the more you love on yourself, the more you know who you are, the more you embrace who you are, however weird it may be to some people, however weird it may be, however different it may be, learn to serve yourself first. And once you have begun to serve you and to embrace you and to love on you and to enjoy you and to enjoy your company, you'll realize that it'll be easy to serve others because you've served yourself with love, kindness, passion, joy, peace, and the number one thing, acceptance. You won't need that from anybody else. So I just wanted to share that with you for this broadcast. And I want to let you know that you can schedule your session with me. The link is below, and also about this event that I'm having for my sister journeyers. Yes, it's called Blossoming into the Blessing. And it's a women's empowerment event. Do y'all know that 2020 is coming? We have less than what? We're at the 9th month right now. We're about to be in the last quarter of the year, which we basically are in the last quarter of the year. And 2020 is coming. So this event is to prepare you for 2020. It's Blossoming into the Blessing. All of the information will be below. The links will be below where you can get your tickets. It's October the 26th. It's about becoming the hero in your own story. And I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this event. And you can also connect with me on all social medias. I'm even on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and that is Dearice Speaks Life, because I speak life into your journey, and life is living in full engagement. And journeyers, I want you to understand one thing. If you get nothing else from this channel, I want you to know that God loves you, and so do I. I love you so much. That's why I'm here. I consider myself a healer, and I want to help people heal. That's it. That is it. As a life coach, as a purpose coach, this is what I do. I love on people, but first you have to learn to love yourself and stop looking for other people to accept you. learn to serve yourself first so that you may be a blessing to serving others. I love you so much. Smooches. Have a blessed day, night, or evening. God loves you, and so do I. Smooches.